Welcome to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check. Mic check, waifu, waifu. King, tell him. Is that you?
Spring Core 2, what's up?
This is episode 243. No, 343 of Mic Check Waifu Waifu. As always, brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu Waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast. So where you can get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, the after stories, where you can get access to the pre-show, which goes live 2 days before this episode airs. Shout out to the Patreon producer, which keeps the lights on explicitly. Ked the Pro from Chaotic Culture Podcast. Fear, Semi Sensei, Frozen, TMoneyFingers, Dad Needs to Talk. Check out Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Christian, the Archivist, aka DeathScythe. All for one Matt, Rob, Stone, Matthew, H, and last, but certainly not least, TK Does Yoga. Thank you so much for producing this and many episodes of Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Mic Check Waifu Waifu is the anime podcast brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Make sure you rate us on all podcast services, like the YouTube video. That helps us out a bit. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Trying to get the YouTube stuff up. But continue to rate us on the podcast services. That helps us big time because that's where most of our stuff comes from. So thank you so much for that support. We appreciate it. Now let's talk anime. Before we do that, though, what was your episode of the week this week?
I'm gonna let you choose the actual best episode of the week, but I'm gonna just go with, I guess, like my second best. I'm gonna go with Fire Force. Do you have a preconceived notion of what I would pick? Yes.
Week? Really?
Yeah. Yes. I 100% felt like I know what you was gonna pick this week. If you don't pick it, I'm not gonna be surprised, but I will be surprised if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's with a very Polo-esque mindset. I feel like you will surprise me. But if you do pick it, I'm gonna just tell you, I thought you were gonna pick Hell's Paradise.
That's okay. That's wow. That's crazy.
That's what I thought.
I thought you were gonna think I was gonna pick Freerun, which was, by the way, a great episode of Freerun.
Right.
By all means, I thought I was gonna pick that, but I was truly going to pick Hell's Paradise. For the aforementioned reasons you stated. It was incredible. It was literally the best. I guess I mentioned it in Discord, so you kind of got the spoiler there. It is one of the best shonens of all time. It's like top tier. Listen, everybody knows this podcast absolutely love Full Metal Alchemist. And I do. From the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul. It is like, I'm not going to say it's my top 5 anime of all time, but it is the top echelon of anime of all time for me, period. Just great. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling like Hell's Paradise is right there with it. And that's just me personally. I just enjoy it that much. I think the concepts behind it, the motivations behind it, the way the story is told, the direction of the animation goes, it is brilliant in all aspects. In the same way that Full Metal Alchemist was brilliant in those aspects as well. Not saying it's better than Full Metal Alchemist. I'm saying it's there with it.
One of the things that blows me back, if you will, about Hell's Paradise is, like, for instance, spoiler alert, a few episodes back, I said something about Gabimaru being dead. Mm-hmm. I was like, Gabimaru is dead, bro. Mm-hmm. You can see it in the thread. I talked about it. I said it. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised because of the way that they lay out the stakes in this show.
Yes.
It feels like, even though this is the MC, that the MC could be
gone.
Taken up out of there real quick.
And that's a hard thing to achieve, by the way.
It is. It's a hard line to toe. Mm-hmm. It is how I would say it, right? Because it's like, how do you make it feel like the main character won't survive? Mm-hmm. And it is his, like, ambitions and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how they portray the character. I'm not sure if you really want to go into it deep later, but this episode was a a huge lesson in why a character like Gabimaru, who is like, he told you what he was going to do, but how we perceive it, we're not seeing it that way until it happens. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes. It's a masterclass in storytelling, writing, pacing. It's definitely up there, bro. It's fucking incredible. Downright shocking how good it is, to be honest, especially in the modern times. We got a lot to talk about this week, including a topic that we are going to bring from our compatriot, our colleague, if you will, our friend. I really do love listening to his. I just love throwing his podcast on in the background, which is Dad Needs to Talk podcast. And whenever I'm watching Dad Needs to Talk podcast, I'll be seeing Taylor in the comments. It's just great. It's a great show. Make sure you check out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. But he brought up something that is very interesting to both of us, because we've been doing this for the better part of 6 years now. And we have, I would say, a lot of experience in discussing anime. We do seasonal stuff every single year. We watch literally minimum 100 anime a year. Okay. So I feel like it is important for us to clarify the way we structure our seasonal conversation, because starting from the beginning, we used to do what Dad Needs to Talk is, what we're going to bring from Dad Needs to Talk in this podcast. We used to do it. So I'm gonna just read what Dad Needs to Talk says, and we're gonna talk to it go from there. Okay. So Dad Needs to Talk states in our Discord. Make sure you join our Discord. Discord.mycheckwifewaifu.com. He says, overall great podcast episode. Season previews are always some of my favorites because I love and sometimes weep internally as y'all judge the potential of the season at a glance. Few things I want to point out for those who might be interested in some linkage for some of these upcoming shows. Of course, past success doesn't automatically equal these new shows will be a hit, but still might be worth considering for those who were a fan of the creator previous stories. Obviously, the biggest one is Daemons of the Shadow Realm, from the Full Metal Alchemist creator, the woman, as y'all know, Mao as y'all said, Mao is from the creator of Inuyasha, which y'all don't really care for, but still want to mention. Agents of the Four Seasons is not only done by Wit, but is the same creator that did Violet Evergarden. The Ramparts of Ice is the same creator as You and I Are the Polar Opposites. And he says, then I say, you perfectly proved our point as to why we don't judge because of that Inuyasha reference. Now, what he's stating is basically we should mention the past creators' previous works in talking or discussing the season's latest shows coming out. And the reason we don't do that, we poignantly avoid it for a particular reason. And that's because in the past, that failed us big time. Yes. I mean, failed us hard. So there's a particular reason why we don't do that. When you listen to My Check Wife Waifu podcast and we do our seasonal previews, we are going to base the show off of individual basis, off of the way the synopsis sound, off of the way the cover looks, off of even the studio, more so than the creator of the works. And the reason for that is because, if Taylor, you wanted to go into that, feel free. Because I feel like I've been talking a lot.
I mean, and there's quite a few different reasons, obviously, but I would even go as far as to say, even on a season by season basis for anime, we have rated seasons differently than we've rated previous seasons. If we watch one season of anime to another, it has either decreased or increased in quality. We've rated different shows. Like, for instance, we've talked about, let's say, for instance, Trigun for series. Great show. It had a comeback and it continued to be great. Then you have like Cowboy Bebop. The creator of Cowboy Bebop puts out another show and it was not particularly up to our liking to where, what was it? Lazarus?
It was bad.
We couldn't even finish the show.
Yeah, it was bad.
We were 3 or 4 episodes in. I think majority of those who listened to us were like, drop it. A few of us finished it. I think a couple of us like enjoyed it, right? But the issue persists with the fact that as a whole, it was a flop for many of us who listen here. And while I know that a lot of us have very similar tastes, we all have differing favorites. So we're all going to have something different that pertains to us. But the issue with judging a show based off of a previous creator is the fact that we have been stung or bitten by that.
In so return, many times.
Where those shows are not great. Like Inuyasha's predecessor show, when they gave us the children, I tried my best. I'm pretty sure I got maybe like 8 or 10 episodes in, and I'm not even sure how far Polo got, but I could not digest that show.
It was awful. It was bad
for anything. And I'll even go as far as to say, like, once you put in the historical context of the show, it was worse.
Yep.
But that's not to say that what Dad Needs to Talk is saying is incorrect here, right? Some of these shows could be absolutely amazing. And we even bring that up to say, like, for instance, Soul Eater, Polo being not a huge fan of Soul Eater, some of the characters in Soul Eater, but a big fan of Fire Force. You know what I mean?
Top tier.
Created by the same person, literally within the same world and realms, just entirely different delivery, so to speak.
So if I was to use that method as my filter, I would have never watched Fire Force, right?
Would have never watched Fire Force.
And that being a significant reason why we wouldn't do it. Like, particularly, he mentioned Mao. Mao is a show that is very much, it looks to be Inuyasha reincarnated, basically. Like, Nanako passes through a portal in the Tashi era where Exorcist Mao reluctantly rescues her from the jaws of a grotesque yokai. When Nanako gets back to the present, she discovers she has some new incredible abilities. She returns to the past looking for answers, only to get caught up in Mao's investigation of a series of gruesome murders. As her questions about her multiply, Nanako learns that Mao is cursed by the demon cat named Byakuya. And so his sword. Oh, and so his sword. And so is his sword, sorry. If anyone but Mao attempts to wield it, they are doomed. But when Mao's life is in jeopardy, Nanako picks up his blade and swings. And that's
episode 1 through 3.
And that just sounds,
That's Inuyasha reincarnated. That's it. That's episode 1 through 3 of Inuyasha, 100%.
It just is not, you know what I'm saying? And that's, maybe we are prejudging because of the past creator previous works, but even just off of that alone, not interesting enough to even want to give it a try. If you like Inuyasha, you can give it a try, I guess. If you want to use That Needs to Talk's filter or reasoning behind it. But for us, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I'm not even going nowhere near that because I can give a fuck less.
And to be fair, it's not that either of us are saying don't watch the shows because we're not going to watch it.
Exactly right.
The whole point in the any of these, like, structure for the seasonal structure in general is the fact that we're previewing that season, letting you know what may come out and what we are going to watch. So it's prepping you for our week-to-week book club, so to speak, our anime club that we're going to talk about almost consistently. And we may even, as we always do, we pick up shows that y'all recommend all the time that we may have overlooked or anything like that. Shows that just drop out of thin air or seem to drop out of thin air. We pick those shows up and they become a regular conversation on the podcast. Yeah. So it's not to say that those things won't be added at some point. It's more of the fact that at the moment, from what we've seen, at a glance, just like Dad Needs to Talk says, we're not interested in that specific show at the moment.
So here's the moral behind this story. The way we do our shows and the way we filter our shows is we add to our watch list. Okay, we read the synopsis, we determine on if it's even worthy of being watched. Then when we watch it, we wait 3 episodes. Or no, we normally wait the next episode to then share exactly what the first episode of that show is. And the way we talk about it and the way we feel about it, you know our tastes over the past 6 years. Okay. Or if you're a newer listener, you start to learn, okay, it seems like Tajay likes this kind of, Polo likes this kind of anime and Tel likes this kind of anime. So I'm going to go with Tel's taste here and I'm going to go with Polo taste here. So
you know what a Polo and Tel ass anime is.
Exactly. So we then express what we like about a show in the first episode and what the first episode was about, and you determine yourself if you want to add that to your list. And that's kind of how we keep not only keep you coming back to listen to us, but to then determine on your own if this is a show that you want to continue to keep watching. So that and man, it's very important that we state that the way that Dad Needs to Talk filters his anime is not wrong. or, you know, try to get you to understand that, hey, this is by this creator, so you might be interested in this new work. That is not a wrong way of looking at it. I will say that to us, we will not do it that way because of being the experience of being bitten past. Like Taylor said, we've been fucking chomped down on so many different past creator works that was just terrible, or some that was terrible in the past that was good in the future. So yeah, it's very important. And I just think about so many different shows that are like, if I would, like, for instance, the only time that I really judge the works by the creator alone is Rurouni Kenshin. I'm never watching a Rurouni Kenshin show ever in my life. Yeah. Never picking that up at all.
To be fair, I think I'm more willing to base it off of, am I willing to watch it because of the studio or the creator? Because I will tell you, is it Wit who did Vinland Saga? Who did Vinland Saga? Was it Wit Studios?
Was it Wit? I think it was Wit. I think it was. Hold on.
Every time I see when I check and I see Vinland Saga and someone's like past or in the studio's past, I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it. I feel like it's Wit.
It's we did Spy Family.
Let me see.
I'm in their studio listings right now. Don't yell at us. We know they did.
Yeah, they are yelling at us.
Ranking
Christian Archivist.
They did Vinland Saga.
It's Wit Studios.
Yep. All
right. So when I see Wit Studio and I'm like, okay, Wit Studio has a track record of making anime that we specifically like. I'm in it. If I see Ufotable, I know it's at least going to look good.
Yeah.
So there are studios I'm willing to give a chance over just the fact that I know who created it. Like, for instance, Polo and I have very differing tastes. I love the anime Shadow House. And I am waiting for a season 3, whereas Polo, I'm pretty sure is like...
I did enjoy season 1. I didn't finish season 2. I did enjoy season 1 though. I did. It was worth watching after you recommended it 100 times.
Okay, well, I appreciate that then. But that's what I'm saying, is that we have differing tastes even. So that's one of those things that, like Polo said, we have differing tastes and you're going to have differing tastes to y'all. What Dad Needs to Talk said isn't wrong. You may want to enjoy something or watch something just because it was created by someone that you know. But just like with T-Bait,
I love the fucking manga dude or the comic.
We know who created that, but the studio failed us on that one.
Studio failed turtle me for sure, unfortunately. So like I said, anime is fickle. It's a fickle beast, and we just do it by piece, not by body. And I think that's the best way to look at it. I think that's how everybody should judge their anime, because what gets on my nerves, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul, I hate when people say the manga of this is so good, so the anime is going to be so good, or they're literally forcing themselves to like the anime because they love the manga of something so much. That frustrates me so much, because a perfect example of that, Twin Star Exorcist. Yep. Perfect example of that is what's the one that I've completely erased from my mind with all the orphanage kids?
Promise Neverland.
Yeah, like we gotta stop just because you read the manga of something, making it your personality and thinking that the anime is going to be just as good. Same thing. I even feel the same thing as with Attack on Titan. I've read it all, and I think it's a much better read. The show is, it's a much better read. Both are still not good to me though. But point being the same, like it's like there is a lot of, you have to base anime and manga off the individual piece of art, not the body itself. Yes, I understand you probably read all of I don't know, pick something, pick anything. All of
One Piece.
You can either want all of Black Clover, all of One Piece, all of these shows, all of these mangas that are super popular. Well, the shows are not, One Piece being the exception. Black Clover is bad. Senses to Be a Hero, if you read the light novel and it's good, I believe the light novel is probably fire. I'm gonna be honest with you. The light novel is probably heat. The show isn't. So it's just, there's like, you gotta base it off the individual piece, not the whole body. If you read something, don't go into it knowing that you read it like this is going to be great because I read it. Go into it knowing that, hey, I read it it might not be as good as what I read. Be doubtful. Okay. Don't set
Ain't
yourself
nothing
up.
wrong with that.
Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Okay. So was that clear? Did we make that clear enough? I think.
Hey, we might have did a little bit too much of an exposition dump.
Yeah, a little bit. But say all that to say. All right. So now, Christian is the one that mentioned the ACAT and T-bait, but in reverse. Mm-hmm. That's hilarious. Shout out to Christian Archivist. Now we are going to continue the as Danny's Talk called it and Tel called it, the core two of the spring preview. We have some more listeners preview thoughts and sleeper picks. So we're going to go through that real quick, and then we are going to go into some other discussions. So with that being said, let's start off with DeathScythe, aka Christian Archivist, one of the Patreon producers. He said, most anticipated, Farming Life in Another World. I'm glad he made this one of his most anticipated because I feel this show is totally worth it. He says, I like the first season so much. I read the manga up to chapter 233 out of 290. It's super cozy, while still a little crazy when the power scaling is explained in realistic terms. So it scratches an itch that only it can. The time I got reincarnated as a slime, I heard that they're adapting the rest straight from the light novel since that finished, I think. So I'm curious on how they're going to handle the pacing in upcoming fights. Context, I'm caught up with the manga. Wistoria, I love the first season because I feel as though not much happened world building wise. I'm hoping this season will fix that. Touche, good point. The Angel Next Door spoiled me right in season 2. First season was so wholesome. I need that feeling again. Which had Atelier. A coworker convinced me to read this right before and told me the anime is coming, so I stopped. I still know nothing about, but enough that I'm looking forward to it. And then his sleeper is Daemons of the Shadow Realm. Studio Bones got me intrigued, but the twin thing got me curious. I feel like Daemons of the Shadow Realm is a cheap sleeper, but
it's popular enough at this point to where it's like, all right, you just trying to win, like a surprise at the end or something like that.
Yeah, true. And that's one thing that I think that's like an unspoken rule within the podcast. We know what we see out there as being popular because honestly, if it wasn't the case, I would have picked Sentence to be a Hero to be my sleeper, and I would have been so fucking miserable. But I didn't because I saw how popular it was and etc. But anyway. Oh, shout out to Kilo who mentioned that for those who are interested, this is not us, but for those who are interested, that JoJo Part 7 is in this new and upcoming season. So if you're into that kind of shit,
whoa.
I dropped a throw up emote when he said that. But I'll be just kidding.
Mind you, what did I get? 4 seasons in?
You tried though. You really did try.
Yeah, I was grinding, bro. I worked hard.
Yeah. Because it was a big topic on our Twitter feeds back in the day.
And I still to this day hear about how I'm supposed to love it. Mm-mm. No, I'm not. I'm not. I wasn't built for that. Sorry.
Yes,
I appreciate if you love it. I love that you love it.
We ain't gonna yuck your yum, but that shit ain't yummy to us. I'll tell you that much.
I might.
That shit really do make my balls itch every time I see it. I just want to scratch. Like, I just itch every time I see that show. Anyway, most anticipated for TMoneyFingers. He said most anticipated. Right. Oh, sorry, you go ahead. Oh, it's your turn.
Most anticipated is ReZero. At this point, I don't see how it can't be if you are caught up. Mm-hmm. My sleeper is the Warrior Princess and the Barbarian King. You chose 2, which ain't really fair, but you ain't the only one, so we're gonna let it slide. Liking the character designs.
Well, wait, no, that's one. That's one. That's the title of the whole thing.
Oh, Warrior Princess and the Barbarian King? All right, my bad. Sorry. Liking the character designs, and it could be fun. Also, season 5 of Rent a Girlfriend. I truly hope everyone in this community isn't contributing to this show. To each their own, of course. I definitely love some degenerate garbage, but it's just so bad. Yeah. Also, didn't mention slime because it's just a lot to be fired.
I'm clapping that Rent a Girlfriend statement.
All right, hear me out about the Rent a Girlfriend thing.
Here we go.
While I agree, I don't think we should be supporting that trash, specifically that filth. You know how like you feel like you've invested too much?
No, you didn't. Spare yourself.
No. Huh?
Spare yourself. It just gets worse.
I mean, because I know you went in and read something, right?
Up to 300.
I feel like I put in enough time to where I gotta like keep watching. Now, if you're saying it's literally that bad,
it's that bad. I mean, it don't
ever get better. It never gets
close. Not even close. Not even close.
That's sad. That's
it literally
so sad.
It's like getting punched in the face 7 times in a row without being able to hit back. It's just that feeling like bow, 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 bow.
So it's that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure scene where they jump in the dude, stomping him out.
Don't know what that scene is, but yes, it's so bad. You can't do a damn thing about how terrible. Now let me, because I like to go into specifics why I don't like things, because just saying something is bad without any context is just talking out of my ass, which is what a lot of other podcasts do. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you why it's bad, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But it is a consistent treadmill of piss poor writing, zero. When I say zero character development, I mean zero character development for anybody around and in this particular situation. Not only that, no, and character development, and still I think you can even separate character development and lessons learned in context of this particular situations. None of it. There's none of it. There's zero.
I guess what I was thinking about is like how you said character development and like actual progression, right? Like the progression of like what the show is and the character development I almost like are two different things, but the progression has stagnated. Like you feel like it's going somewhere, and then from what you're saying to me, it seems like you feel like it's going somewhere, but it goes nowhere.
It reached a peak 2 seasons ago and didn't get any further. And it continues to not get any further.
We still at the point after where he they did the thing. She got to present her play before her grandmother died scenario.
Yep.
And then that's where all the progression stops again.
It's none.
Nothing. It's nothing good.
Same treadmill. It's like watching the Tom and Jerry cartoon when he runs on the treadmill trying to catch Tom or Jerry, and he just continues to go around it.
I mean, but even that had a progression at the end. They stood on the train tracks.
Well, he never gets off of it. I'm telling you, it's so bad. And it's just like, how can you write like I don't like you can write this. Is it just, it's trolling. It's just trolling at this point. That's what it is. Moral of the story, Rent a Girlfriend is trolling the viewer, the writer, the listener. And this isn't just a me thing. This is everybody who reads it thing. Everybody's so fucking sick of it, dude. There is a point where I was caught up to the manga before. It's obviously way further than what it is now, but I actually physically caught up to where they were in the manga. And I got so mad. I went to Reddit to see if I'm tripping, like if I'm losing my mind.
And it was all roasting.
Everybody's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
But I think after that season specifically, we were both already like, what's going on? And I think we were going to go and read it, and
that's the
you
problem.
already went. I think I read one chapter after that, and you went and read. You like binged through it, and you was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
I remember that.
Because it's all that same thing. Because we were like, there's no way it could be this bad. There's no way it can continue to be this bad. And it does. It does. And
they set it up like at least maybe something will happen with the other girls, and it's just, that's a constant stagnation as well.
Yep. And it's just like, you get irritated because it's like, why would these quality girls even want to with this guy after what they've been through with this guy? It's unbelievable. It's more than garbage.
It's a fantasy.
Yeah, it's awful. Shout out to Fear, one of the producers. He says, spring anime, most anticipated. Demons of the Shadow Realm. It's not hard to lose my mind here. One of the greatest mangaka working is returning to the screen. I'm excited. I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is on the contrary to everything we just talked about earlier. I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and still till this day believe it's one of the best anime ever, objectively. Not only do I expect the story to be great, but I love the art style. Moonrise gave me a small taste of what I've been missing. That is honestly why you shouldn't base it off of that, because Moonrise was terrible, but I'm not going to yoke your yum. Honestly,
did you finish Moonrise?
I did, unfortunately. It was bad. And it was just so regrettably like, why would you? Anyway, honestly, anticipating so many shows though. ReZero, Cross from the Elite, Witch Hat Atelier, Dr. Stone, and Wisteria. Winter 25 into spring 26 might be remembered in history. No, hold on, you might be onto something. And then he says my sleeper pick is Rampart of Ice, but it feels like cheating because knowing that the creator of You and I are the polar opposites made this, I know it'll bang. Again, base it off an individual, not the overall. If that can't count, I would say like, no, that can count. Ramparts of Ice is you. Yeah, you could be your sleeper. But he said that if that can't count, I would say Liar Game. The art style is a little freaky, but it gives me the older anime vibes. Hopefully they can make up for the new Tomodachi games, for no new Tomodachi game seasons. Yeah, no, you can Ramparts of Ice can be your sleeper.
Now, I know we didn't say something about Moonrise a couple times. I want to say this about Moonrise. The first like 6 episodes were actually really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a lot of faith in that pick. 6 episodes in.
Yeah. I was with you.
Then they got off that train and I don't know what happened, bro.
Yeah, it was
after that train chase and he found, yeah, bro. I don't know what happened there.
Just look at
it went downhill.
Just look at Daemons of the Shadow Realm as an individual show. I know she's very popular for making Full Metal Alchemist, and again, we said it earlier at the beginning of the show, and I do agree with you. Objectively, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the greatest anime ever. Like that's no denying that. But look at it as a show individualize itself, because what it's going to do is going to make you, when you go to watch Demons of the Shadow Realm, you're going to forgive shit that you shouldn't be forgiven, that you wouldn't forgive in any other anime, because you're like, but this is from my mangaka, this is from this is from my person, this is from the greatest of all time.
I think about it like also
Mike Tyson got knocked out too.
Sometimes you got a New York Times bestseller, right? And then they write another book and no one has ever heard of it. Like
I said, Ali got knocked out too. Like there is the greats fall sometimes. So just be careful, especially when it comes to anime. It's glass chin when it comes to anime, to be honest. So keep that in mind. Last is Dad Needs to Talk, and tell, if you will.
Dad Needs to Talk. Spring anime is super stacked. Not only do we have some heat returning, many of these shows are going to be 2 cores and will carry on into the summer season, which I'm excited for, actually. Most anticipated shows are these top of my head. New shows, which had Atelier, one of the most beautiful manga, finally gets an anime. Akane Banashi, a very unique series for what it covers. Returning favorites, Ascendance of a Bookworm Season 4, which Polo, I think did you watch that one?
I know nothing about it.
Welcome to Demon School Rumacon Season 4, Angel Next Door Season 2, which I personally am excited for Angel Next Door.
Which is my sleeper that season.
Sleeper is very hard to pick because this is another season full of great series that I already read. So I'll go with this one, Nippon Sangoku. It looks interesting and might be something different from the other stuff I'm watching. So let's look at that real quick. Did we already look at that one? Sangoku, Nippon Sangoku.
Yeah.
Let's see. Art style is very okay, it looks good. Nippon Sangoku, the 3 nations of the Crimson Sun. A revolution sparked by nuclear war, natural disaster, and misrule leads to the collapse of Japanese society. The country splits into 3 nations, vying for hegemony, and the Sangoku era begins. Aoteru Mitsumi, a former agriculture officer, vows to reunify Japan. He rises through the ranks with only his knowledge and eloquence. Witness the legend of a man later hailed as a genius strategist.
The studio is the same studio that done Ancient Magnus Bride Season 2. So it might look good.
But it also could be provoking.
For sure.
I say that provoking as in like it could be actually like a thought provoking or like you know how some of these strategy shows go. Sometimes they're not provoked. They're not good in the sense of like, oh, I'm here for the action. They're good in the sense of like dynamic storytelling and progression in terms of how things happen in the world.
Watching the trailer,
world building is top tier.
Watching the trailer, the art style really makes me itch though. Again, like JoJo's. It's just something about that.
That thick border.
Yeah, it just feels off. I don't know why. I don't know. It's a personal thing. It's nothing to do with the artist itself, but I don't know. It's like me with cotton balls. I can't touch cotton balls. That's a story for another day.
It's a phobia that I just looked at, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a phobia. My wife Monique and I were watching the world's 100 phobias. It was like cotton balls and something else, and I think it's because like you imagine how it feels in your teeth or something like that. Yes. What the fuck? How you feeling right now?
I got two. I just discovered that I have two phobias.
Yeah, it's that one. I think it's cotton balls and it's foam or something like that. Like something,
not
but
they
fall under the same. They fall into the same category for that naming of that phobia.
It's particularly cotton balls though, and it's funny because both my brother and my sister have the same exact thing.
Y'all come from the same house.
It's so weird.
What is it called? Cotton phobia is called sedonglobophobia.
That's crazy.
Or bambocophobia is the intense irrational fear or aversion to cotton balls, Q-tips, and similar fluffy materials.
Ugh, I hate Q-tips too. That's why I never use a Q-tip to clean my ear. I just take a rag and just go inside of the inner canals of my ear. But yeah, no.
High key, you shouldn't be using a Q-tip anyway.
True. So this is ironic. This is a side tangent. But in the pre-show last week, for those of you who don't have access to our Patreon, make sure any tier you get access to the pre-shows and extra stuff. But we talked about a phobia that I learned that I had when it comes to like live singing or just live singing. I have it's called misophobia. Mm-hmm. And it's something we determined. And now Tail just told me I have another phobia with cotton balls. I can't fucking stand it. Like I can put a cotton ball in my hand. Don't tell me to squeeze it. If I squeeze it, I will literally want to cry because it's so crunchy and it just makes me want to grind my teeth. And one of the worst feelings in the world is grinding your teeth. And I think that's for everybody.
If one more person adds or subscribes to the Mic Check Waifu Patreon, I'm going to send Polo a box of cotton balls to his doorstep.
We would never be friends again.
I'll send him one cotton ball. It's actually going to be one of the snowballs that the kids had. I'm going to send them a cotton snowball.
That's funny.
It's going to be one individual cotton snowball.
It's making my ears ring right now. It's crazy.
I'm sorry.
It's so crazy, man. Goodness.
You know, I actually forgot you had that phobia too, because I remember talking about it. We talked about this a couple years ago, on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. It's so strange, man. I thought I was strange for both of these phobias. Because when I would get mad for hearing people singing, I'm like, what is my problem? Like, it just feels wrong. I'm gonna find out it's a phobia. Like the
singing one is wild because I can understand if they off key or out of tune or something like that.
It could be great singing
beat or something like that.
Great karaoke.
But it's like I love a good vocal. Mind you, my wife sings, so when she sings for me, I fall deeper in love with that woman. And
for some reason, I'm just like, just don't like you. Journal with a Wish this week. I'm just like, no, please.
And last week
too.
They singing more and more.
Yep. But I just want to say this. I can't wait to review that at the end of the season, which is next week, right?
Are we going to review it on the final episode because I feel like we normally review the week after the final episode.
Yeah, let it settle. So in 2 weeks we review it. Next week we just talk about them all. We basically close out the season. With that being said, Tel, let's close out the season with some of the shows that wrapped up. Let's talk about Jack of All Trades, Party of None.
Was that my sleeper? Yes.
That is your sleeper.
All right, I'm mixed. I'm very mixed,
okay.
Right? Hear me out when I say I'm mixed. I enjoyed the show for the easy, extremely digestible nonsense it was. There was parts of it I hated, like specifically the fact that he was able to do what he did, and after just doing what he did, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But it was like, okay, twice I can understand that you can do it. You know what I mean? You already established that you can do it, but then you make it look like 20 times easier. And there's all this energy built up, and we're going to do it as a group, and that didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
That felt anticlimactic.
Well,
then we get to this.
Hold on. No, let me play devil's advocate here. Because they did do it together.
No, they didn't.
They put a lot of work in together to make it easier.
Man, they
for him.
got bodied together.
No,
I'm just gonna do.
They were chopping pieces off. They were chopping pieces off together.
And they came back. So first of all, all right. Look, hear me out. No, not even slowly. Not even, bro.
It didn't start coming back quickly until after. Let's stop. After the other ones came.
You can't do devil's advocate for trash, bro.
Listen,
you're not pulling this off.
They all worked together. Bro. They did.
And then they all got knocked against the wall, and he said, "Okay, I'm not gonna let this happen anymore." Pulled out some magical forms he got for his new sword and put a hole in the dragon's head, and that was the end of the fight. He did it. He didn't have to do any of his amplification spells.
Exactly, because they weakened it.
They didn't weaken it. They said the dragon was back to 100%.
They didn't say 100%. They didn't.
Oh my god! All right, Polo. Nah.
You can even see the damage that they did through it. It's still there.
It wasn't. It was. Okay.
No, you can see
we get to
look at the video.
We get to the other scene. The other scene where he saves the people. Which that I was like, okay, y'all learned something. Things happen. Y'all progressed. He meets up and he fights these people. And it's like, cool. We got a progression to look forward to for season 2. And then we got this ominous bad guy who kind of looks like Orhun. Doesn't exactly look like him, but kind of looks a little bit like him with the typical black hair, skinny face look. It's cool. I'll watch season 2. I'm not gonna say I'm not, but it was just mad okay. I'm not gonna say mad decent. It was mad okay.
Yeah.
I might have talked too much on that one, bro.
No, I'm just good because I'm going through the video and I'm watching it. Yeah. So he said we need to kill it in a single hit. There was some consistent damage that was done with the dragon though. From their brother. Fight. So there was some consistent damage. But he did end up murdering it with one hit. Listen, you were absolutely right. It was very anticlimactic, and it's just the order in which things were happening felt weird. And then even when he got to the point where he went to go save the kids, it was just like, oh, so strange. You just fought what they consider to be the hardest monster in this dungeon, solo virtually, and you come out. And these people are just so strong or she's just so strong that now all of a sudden you can't do this amplify, all the shit that you did that you put your body through hell for. When in reality, you probably could have one-tapped this girl if you would have just did your amplification spells that you did on the dragon the very first time you fought it. There is a lot of that. There's a lot of weird plot.
He didn't know who she was, so why didn't he just put her in a body bag like he did everybody else?
There's a lot of plot stuff that was weird. Wonky and a lot of talking through it was full episodes of talking, and I know it was to establish world and lore and power scaling and building stuff, which was cool, but there's so many better ways of doing it. I think it's already been announced for season 2, and
that's surprising.
And unironically this was actually very, 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 very popular, very, very popular, like unequivocally, strangely. Now AniList rated it kind of lower. But you look at Crunchyroll's rating, they got 39,000 ratings. And now that's fucking like unheard of for a show like this. For what we would consider a Polo Until Last anime, that's unheard of. Like it's
mind you,
4.9 stars on Crunchyroll.
Mind you, I'm definitely going to be watching a season 2. The issue is that I still can't say it's good. Like, this is oddly enough, 39,000 reviews on Crunchyroll is crazy. 4.9 stars. There's no way I would be rating this a 4 point anything.
No.
But because that means that there's at least 39,000 people I could probably review or recommend this to, and they would have watched it. And it's like, to me, in my mind, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. I couldn't agree more. What else finished this week? Sorry, I'm looking down my list here.
Noble Reincarnation.
This is, and I agree with All For One Matt, probably top 4 shows this season. New shows this season. What's up?
it was such an easy one to go under the radar, but such a smooth, consistent watch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that this one should have got 39,000 views or reviews. It should have been like a much higher reviewed anime than Jack of All Trades, which it might have been, right?
22K.
What's the
22K.
22,000.
4.5.
And what was the rating? What was the rating on here? 60%. So it's 7% lower.
That's unbelievable.
Than Jack of All Trades.
This shit was so much better. 4.5 on Crunchyroll.
And we have to attribute it to the fact that there was just less action. I hate to say it, right?
Yeah, true.
Because even in animation wise, I feel like it looked better.
Yeah.
But we got more progression. It was more steady, more world development, and I think it's putting itself in a place for a season 2 to take off.
So clean.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Is that what it feels like? It feels like it's setting itself up for season 2 to be crazy.
It truly felt like one of the most complete, yet still can be continued series this season. That was unique, man. Like, when you do this reincarnation thing, it's always the same thing. Somebody gets overpowered, somebody fights the big bad, somebody wins. This had more of the political structures. Again, like you said, barely any fights, but such quality writing and character development and just like intrigue when it comes to the world itself that I'm like, I need more. I want more. This is one that I was hoping that was going to give me 24 because it took a while for like adding list to upgrade with the episode total. I was hoping it gave me more, but it just wrapped so brilliantly that I'm like, I cannot wait for more of that. If we get more, I hope we get more. We got to get more. It was just too good.
I hope so.
Yeah, top tier, top 4 this season. I think next week when everything's all said and done, we're gonna rate like the new shows, and then discuss the whole season as a whole, like what we feel about it. But next up was Kunon, the Sorcerer Can See. It started off really good to be honest, and then Kunon kind of gets grating, because of his quirk of only talking to women and being this overly dramatized gentleman that he created via that maid. This one turned out to be just mad, barely okay.
Yeah, it was okay as hell.
Yeah.
The thing is that it
just got a higher rank than Noble Reincarnation, by the way. What the fuck are we doing?
Right. Even with this being so like drastically okay, right? I still see like, I feel like it has potential.
Yeah. I can still watch it. It's not unwatchable.
But here's the thing, is that if it does get a season 2, I have to watch a trailer for it. And I'm saying that because it's like, if it feels like season 2 is going to be more of this,
yeah, then it's enough.
I would almost certainly not watch it. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, we got to get some progression.
Yeah, I feel like season 2 got to show me something, because mind you, the utilization of the magic and stuff like that, I feel like that was a bag. That was so cool.
Very much so.
To see how things happen. Yeah. To see how how he solves different problems or anything like that, right? Mm-hmm. But we knew he was going to solve the problems, and then he just only talked to women and treated men like they were being ignored. So for me, it was like the show, it can't progress if that's going to be his perspective the entire time. Yeah,
at first it started off as endearing, right? Like, well, he'll be a gentleman to the women, and then he would talk to guys normally. But then it started to become, it just shifted into this whole, I'm not even going to fucking talk to the dudes. And it just got weird. Like, why are you being weird all of a sudden? And it just felt, it felt like it was leaning. Yeah, it felt more and more like it was leaning in towards that trope that was just a little too overbearing, to the point where it was just like, I don't even care about you as a character anymore. That's the problem. And I think that's it. That's finished for me. I don't know if you had any more.
Shiboyugi.
Oh, Shiboyugi. Yeah, duh. That finished this week or last week? This week.
I think it was this week, yeah. In my opinion, very easy watch.
Yeah. Beautiful. soundtrack, just perfect soundtrack.
Yeah. What was this one rated? I feel like this was also another one for the season.
Yeah.
That definitely went like, and I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know
72.
what other people thought of it because I'm not super connected to how people talk about certain shows. 72% average score on any list. I think the show was just like such a smooth, easy watch, very easy on the eyes, very easy to follow, while also having like a lot of mystery and curiosity to it.
Yes, intriguing as hell.
I enjoyed it. To me, it was one of the better shows this season as well. I
agree. It's the way it wrapped up had me feeling like, damn, like I just wish we had more, because it wrapped up. It finished where it should have started. Not where it should have started, but where it could have started. And it's like, damn, now I'm ready to see this continue on and progress further. Because we kind of like did a time jump backwards into, because what was it, like around the 30th game or something like that?
Yeah, they did like a back and forth.
Yeah, because it was bouncing back and forth between the different number of games that they were in, or she was in. And it went back to the past to finish off the season to determine her motivations as to why she's doing what she's doing. And it was cool. It was a absolutely captivating way of telling that story. But now I'm like anticipating more. I need more. So the light novel is still releasing, and so is the manga. So I'm very curious as to where this continue on. Like it was special. It was definitely special. You know what it gave me? It gave me trivial vibes of a Monogatari show. But
that's
very
what's linked in. Like it's a comparable show.
Yeah.
So I think it makes a lot of sense that I wouldn't necessarily say it's as good as some of the Monogatari, but it definitely gives it. I think it has a good place to stand amongst that group.
Yeah, because Monogatari has a lot of personality that this just, I'm gonna be honest, didn't have. But it's definitely there as far as the quality of it goes. All right, what else do we have here? That's it, right? That's it for me.
I think that's it until next week.
Till next week. All right. Till.
Yo there.
Is that a wrap? Episode 343. Thank y'all so much for listening. Shorter episode this week. Interesting enough, but I still think it flowed pretty nicely.
Definitely, brother.
Next week is going to be the wrap, pretty much virtually the wrap of almost everything on our list. Hell's Paradise, you and I are polar opposites. I'm a week behind on you and I are polar opposites, so I'm going to continue to be a week behind. So sorry about that, y'all.
Is it for the dub?
Yeah, it's for the dub. They got behind by 1 week. Wait, we still got one more episode of Noble Reincarnation, or am I?
No, Noble Reincarnation should be done.
Should be done. Okay, let me double check her real quick.
I got next week. I got Journal with Witch ending, Hell's Paradise, Reincarnated the Dragon Hatchling, which you're not watching. Hell Mode, Jujutsu Kaisen, Oshinoko,
which is a 60-minute episode, by the way.
Oh, Oshinoko got a 60-minute episode. I'm excited.
Yeah,
my blood is boiling already.
Yeah. What else is finishing?
There's more.
No, not Fire Force.
Fire Force got 2 episodes.
2 episodes left of that. Sheesh.
Tune into the Midnight Heart.
Yes, I'm still behind.
I've been enjoying that one. I've been enjoying that one, bro.
I'm 3 episodes behind, but it's cool, man. It's such a good show.
Is it the dub that you watching?
Yeah.
And it's such a. I feel like it's so lighthearted. It gives me like, I'm not gonna say he's Hachimon, but he has that he has that kind of mentality, but a little bit more upbeat.
Yep. The polar the polar opposite of Hachimon, but the same conceptual thought process.
Same attempt at life in general.
Yeah, exactly. Also easygoing territory defense by the Optimistic Lord, which is I think top 5 this season for us for sure.
You know what? And I like that show a lot too.
I mean it. Also, the Holy Grail, I think it's going to be done next week. No, it doesn't say.
Holy Grail of Ares?
Yeah, it doesn't say if that's going to be the last episode or not. But I'm looking forward to that. This shit's been so fucking good. It's so good. You already said Helmo Freerin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife is also rapping, as well as the villainess is adored by the neighboring kingdom will be rapping.
That's your sleeper, right?
Yes.
So we got quite a few still wrapping up. Yeah.
Yep. In the Clear Moonlit Dust. And I come to fucking MF Ghost season 3. Ugh.
Oh, is that in the next week? Because I have to catch up like 2 episodes on that.
Yeah, next week.
Okay, then yeah, I'll have that done.
What a great race this has been. All right.
So while sliding.
Honestly, literally most of the winter season gonna be done next week. So
then we'll catch y'all next week.
I'm at Polo Born Fly on all social media.
I'm at King Teliano on all social media.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out our gaming podcast, Respect Games, at youtube.com/@RespectGames. And as always, Mike check.
Where we respect games.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?